Well, I'm Maria Scarpa Allen, and I do wood burnings here. I use a variety of woods, and I don't know, what else do you want to know?
Why do you do this?
I do it because I like doing it. I just, the more I did it, the more I like it, and I keep coming up with more ideas and working with more exciting pieces of wood, so it's fun. I use a variety of woods. A lot of these pieces here are white birch from my brother's property in upstate New York. I live locally in Connecticut. Some of the other pieces are from around here in this area. This one here is elm from North Haven. And I'm hoping to book a lot more shows.
That's it, I guess.
My name is Mike Bryce. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. I've been doing the Westerly Art Festival for many years, and I love coming here. I love Wilcox Park, and I've had great sales today already. And I'm here with one of my pieces. This is Block Island Southeast Light and my Newport Sunflowers, and some pieces in progress that I'm working on, and many pieces have left the tent already.
Can people reach you?
People can reach me through Facebook, Bryce Studio, and Mike Bryce on the web.
Okay, that's it.
My name is Matt Andrew, and this is Matt Andrew Visuals, my gallery. I'm located here in Westerly, Rhode Island. This is my first Virtu Art Festival, so this is all kind of a little bit of a big experiment, but I'm super happy about how it got all set up and came out. One of my favorite pieces is actually this place, which is just outside Moab, Utah. I took that photo about 2.5 weeks ago. We were the only ones there. This is sunset over these amazing buttes. So this was a really unique, amazing place to be and explore. Another fun piece is a self-portrait of me here at the north rim of the Grand Canyon. This is actually called Toro Wheat, and it's 62 miles down a dirt road. Eventually meet back up with the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and you have 2,000 feet of unobstructed views down to the Colorado River. So I love all these different pieces and places I've gone, but those are some of my favorites.
Hello, I'm David Del Biondo with Ocean Visits Underwater Photography, and today I'd like to display my piece that we have here. This is from the island of Fiji, and this is from Taveuni, Fiji, and it's one of our favorite pieces due to the color of the coral and also the amount of fish that they have in the Fijian waters. Also, so we do this because we believe in ocean conservation. Our oceans are very important to the ecosystem of the world, and the more information we get out to people about what the oceans have to offer, the more we hope that people will respect the oceans and stop littering and killing off the sea life that's down there. And if you want to find out more about our photography, we can be reached at oceanvisits.com on the web. And we have a email form there, and you can email us, and we also have our contact information through our phone number. Thank you.
Name is Daphne Frampton. I make all organic, all fair trade, unrefined coconut body butters. I also make exotic white ginger, all very healthy and natural for your skin, no chemicals, no carcinogenics, green beauty. My skincare lasts a very long time, and I'm also a licensed esthetician for over 20 years. And I spent 4 years in Southeast Asia and Indonesia interning in spa schools. My soaps are big. You can take one and cut it in half. They have great aromatic aromas, and no two are alike. My favorite is exotic white ginger that comes from the mountains of Thailand. I make it in lotion, body butter, body oil light, and soap.
Okay. How people can reach you?
Oh, you can join my Facebook page, which is Nature Island Botanicals, or Facebook, or you can catch me on Instagram at Traveling1213, or you can give me a call at 954-646-4005. I usually return calls very quickly. Thank you so much and have a wonderful summer. Bye-bye.
The company name is Splendid Loon Studio, and I am one of the partners in the studio. We make porcelain beads and pendants. The pendants are embellished with silver. The beads are all lustered. And our contact information, our studio is at 726 Tuckertown Road in Wakefield, Rhode Island. You must call before you come, or you can contact us by email at slsstudio.com or at cox.net.
All right.
I'm Mark Benz from Garden Grove Pottery here at the Virtu show, and one of my favorite pieces is a watercolor that I did, an original. I like it because it's bright and it always blooms. Thank you for stopping by my booth. I'm booth number 117 at the Virtu Art Show in Westerly, Rhode Island. Free admission. 10 to 5 today, which is Saturday, tomorrow 10 to 4. Thank you.
I'm Larry Wright. I live in Salem, Connecticut. I took all these pictures. They're all printed on canvas, and I do my own printing. That way I have total control over the process from start to finish. Been doing this for about 20 years, part-time. Now that I'm retired, I'm full-time. My favorite picture of all of these is a real tough call, but probably this one. And people can find me at lwrightsphoto.com.
Okay.
My name's Kevin Brown, photographer from Norwood, Massachusetts. We've been doing this for about 11 years. Started as more of a hobby and gradually turned into sort of a part-time job here that we do. We do shows throughout New England from the spring to the early fall. This is our 4th time here at Virtu. Sorry, what else?
What's your favorite
piece?
Favorite piece? Well, the most popular piece is this beach houses from outside of Cape Town, South Africa. But my favorite piece probably changes from as we go. We do a lot of travel photography, so we have a lot of photos from Ireland and some from Japan and a little bit from South Africa, New England. So.
Why do you do this?
We just do it because we enjoy it. It's fun to take the pictures. We do everything. We print our pictures. We cut our mats and try to do as much framing as we can. And so the whole process from beginning to end is really enjoyable and it keeps relaxing. It's yeah, it's just fun to do for all of us.
And where people can find you?
We're Studio 9 Photography, and our website is studio-9-photography, all spelled out, and people can find us there and around New England at these art festivals during the summer.
Hi, my name is David Colton with Play of Light Photography, and this is my first Virtu Art Festival, and I'm really happy to be here. It's a beautiful day. My favorite piece is this one over here, which was taken in Buenos Aires. I'm a big fan of street photography, and this image was not set up in any way. I just came across it, and so it was a really interesting one to shoot, and also an interesting one to develop and print. How people can find me is you can find me at Play of Light Photography on Facebook. Did I miss one? I think why I do this? Oh, I do this because I think that there's beauty and wonder in the world all around us, and I like to take pictures of things that are just there, that aren't manipulated in any way, and there's so much beauty to share in the world. Why not do that and do it through photography?
You want to say where you can be found again?
Sure. And I can be found on Facebook at Play of Light Photography or David Colton. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Julie from W. Malloy Photography, We're here at the Virtu Art Festival. Some of my favorite pieces, well, I love the ocean, so it's hard to choose which is the favorite. Let me see. Actually, I love the wave photos, getting the ocean. None of the pieces that we have are touched up. They're all captured in its natural beauty. None of them are photoshopped. All the imperfections are as is. And if you like our work, you can find us on Facebook at W. Malloy Photography. Thanks!
Hello, my name's Fran Coleman. I love photography. The reason why I do it is because I feel like I like to show other people that don't get to travel as much the world, and I want to inspire people to travel to see the things that I see through photography. One of my favorite pieces is this right here. It's kind of hard to see with the light, but this is Central District of Hong Kong during sunset. I actually toned down the light a little bit so you can see the reds reflecting off the building. Hong Kong's such a magical place for me, truly inspiring, so many pictures from there. It's just a great place. So you can find me on Instagram at THE Fran Coleman, FRANCOLEMAN. Thank you.
Hiya, my name's Teresa Cavalier. I'm here showcasing for the first time photography. I love photography, I love traveling, I love the different cultures. I love also sharing stories and inspiration. A lot of times I travel by myself, and people are amazing all over the world. My favorite place or favorite piece that I'm showcasing today, I would have to say it's right over here, it's from Anza Borrego. So in 2017 there was something called the Super Bloom, and it happens pretty rarely in Southern California. There was a lot of different El Niños, excessive rain, and the super bloom that happened in the desert allowed a lot of the flowers and the bugs and caterpillars come back to the area that hadn't been there for a long time. So I was very fortunate to have been able to be there mid-March of last year and capture the peaks. So yeah, we're showcasing. You can find us this weekend at the Virtu Art Festival. You can also find me, I do the Facebook, Teresa Ann, and thank you so much for your time.
My name is Michael Wolski, and I'm a painter. I work with acrylic paint, and my favorite piece, well, that's always a difficult one because it always seems to be the newest one, but actually this piece right here, this is called Cherished. And I think it is my favorite piece right at this moment, anyways. And why do I do painting? Well, you know, I have a theater background, and I find that my art form in theater, I was trained as a performer, but I'm self-taught as a painter. But I do find that my art, theater-wise, weaves itself into painting, and there's a bit of storytelling, I think, in my paintings. But now I just paint. I don't perform anymore. I just been so taken by it, and yeah, I think I do it just for the love of it. It's like being an archaeologist with paint. I just put it on the canvas, and all of a sudden I discover something I didn't know before, and also it's a language, so that it actually speaks to other people that come in my booth, and that's amazing to me. That something that moves through me can touch somebody else in a way I couldn't imagine, and they want to maybe take it and be inspired by it. And and I do have a website. It's Michael Wolski. That's Michael Wolski. Oh, here it is. It's michaelwolski.com. So www.michaelwolski.com. And you can see paintings there and a show schedule as well.
Hi, I'm Emily McBride, and so these are my paintings. I mainly do roses, and my favorite piece right now is this one. I really like the colors, and I just paint them because I really like nature. And if you want to see more, you can find me on Instagram, and it's Emily McBride with 2 underscores.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Vertentes. I'm an artist here at Virtu, exhibiting this year, and I paint in acrylics, and I do all kinds of florals, boats, sea life, animals. This is one of my favorites, a really large scale painting. That's probably what I'm more known for on my bigger scale floral art.
Okay, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at jvertentes, or on Facebook, Jeanette Vertentes Artist Studio, and on my website, which is www.jvertentes.vpweb.com.
Silly. My name is Jacqueline LaMontagne, and I'm out of Charlestown, Rhode Island, and I'm a photographer. And this right here is my favorite piece. It is taken in Stonington or Fisher's Island Sound. It is the Latimer Point Lighthouse. I love the colors, and I love being on the water as well. So that's why that's probably my favorite piece. You can find me either on Instagram. You want to do? Could I do Instagram plug? Instagram. It's JLaMontagne Photo. I post constantly, so on there. And Facebook, it's J LaMontagne Photography.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and this is Atlantic Impressions. This is my pressed seaweed art. I collect all of this locally from Newport, Jamestown, and Middletown, and then I press it, preserve it, and frame it. Yeah. Yeah. So my favorite one right now is over here. Where is it? Over here. So I like this one because it looks like it's a man running or dancing or leaping or something. That one was collected off of Jamestown in April. So yeah, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. It's Atlantic Impressions.
My name is Virginia Stevens. I'm from Cranston, Rhode Island, and I make handmade sterling jewelry. I'm showing here in Westerly. I love to show at craft shows and talk to the customers in person and see what they like. I've added a lot of new pieces to my line. I like to work with fabrication as a new method. I used to use more castings with formed pieces, but I like to do more fabrication, which means pieces made individually with stock wire and pieces like that, so I can, the pieces come out much more individual and unique, different every time I make them. That's it. I just love to adorn people.
How you doing? I'm Matt, and this is my wife Jill from Mystic Knotwork. We're here at the Virtu Art Show in Westerly, Rhode Island. We are making custom bracelets for people while they wait, as well as showing off some of our home deck items, like our coasters and our trivets, wine stoppers, and of course all of our bracelets. So hopefully you guys all stop down to the show, and we'll see you there.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right. My name is Greg Stones. I've written and illustrated a Star Wars book for Disney and Lucasfilm called 99 Stormtroopers Join the Empire. And my favorite painting right now is this one right here, where a penguin has cut another penguin in half with a lightsaber. So that is awesome. And you can find all my work at www.gregstones.com or go to Amazon and put my name in. You'll see all 8 of my books.
The company is Over on Ocarinas, which consists of me, I'm Ross Dubois, and this is Erica DePonzio. And we're like an artist team. I've been making ocarinas since 1998, and then in the past few years, Erica, who's got a background in sculpture work, and I got together and started doing this as a full-time business. And the ocarina is a musical instrument from the 1800s in a town called Budrio in Italy. And it's growing in popularity slowly over the years, but it's really popular in Asia, which is how most of us know about them now. It's gotten into video games from Japan. So kids these days know what the instrument is, but a lot of like the older generation know about it from World War II, where they would give plastic ones to soldiers periodically. My grandfather had one, but some other people have come by and they're like, oh, I haven't seen one of these since I was a kid. Traditionally, they're made out of ceramic material. Sometimes they're made out of wood and pewter. But yep, we make ceramic ones in both pendants. We make that's green. We make the pendant ones, which are, you can fit like a full chromatic scale just into a tiny little necklace. And then we have some like concert models, which are a little bit larger, called transverse, which is more like the instrument from Italy. So that's what we are and what we're doing. Any other questions you'd like to ask? That pretty much covers it.
Playable flutes. Hi there, I'm Erica Lebling, and this is my East Coaster shop where I sell tile coasters that depict various landmarks here in Westerly, Pawcatuck, also Watch Hill, Mystic, Stonington Borough, Noank, and even Block Island. So I'll show you a little bit about what I have here. I've taken all of these photographs myself on trips through the neighborhood, and I also do custom shots as well. But I'll show you a couple of my favorites right now. So I also have been working with photographing the murals recently. So this one is from the 38 Hurricane mural over in Pawcatuck. I do have a variety of murals, also lots of the other landmarks as well. If you guys come to see me, I'll be out here all day today and tomorrow. I guess rain prohibitive, of course. And then everything that I don't sell here, I'm going to pack up and move over to the Savoy Bookshop and Cafe, where I sell them there at the cafe counter. Or you can find me on Etsy. I do have an Etsy shop, and you can find me at eastcoastershop.etsy.com. You guys have a great day.
Hi, I'm Duncan Hall. Welcome. This is my display here at the Virtu Arts Craft Festival. And I just want to show you some of my favorite pieces that I'm here exhibiting, and hopefully you'll enjoy them too. I have one up here which is taken in France, in Paris, of these beautiful roses. It's one of the best rose gardens you'll see in Northern Europe. It has over 17,500 rose bushes in it. It's quite spectacular because they're from the 1800s, so pretty much most of them are fragrant, and you don't see that these days. And then we have other things which is actually from my hometown in England. In the back here we have one from Netherbury in Dorset, and it's called Old Mill Garden, and we go back to about the 10th century in our small little village of 300. It's absolutely beautiful. And then I have other stuff from Italy dating back to the Etruscans, which is some very rare doors. You won't find them very often. We're going back 2,300 years ago, but these are two of my favorite doors. I find doors all over Europe, but to find two like this is very rare. And these are the only ones I've really found that excel over anything else I've ever shot. And then you'll find other doors, typically you'll find in France and Italy, Spain, Portugal, or any of that old part of the world. And so if you want to find me, you can find me at www.dmimages.com, and I'm based out of Connecticut. So take a look and enjoy the festival. Thank you.
Sure. Hi, I'm John Houle. I do wood burning, burnt offerings art. And for me, it's a love affair. I used to be an oil painter, but my late wife put a wood burner on a Christmas stocking 44 years ago with a bow and a note saying, "See if you can paint over this." Therefore, you can see we've got a lot of color. And all of these are one of a kind. They're all done freehand. And the colors are whitewash of acrylic. You can find me at many galleries. All right, closest gallery here would probably be the Spectrum Gallery in Essex, Connecticut. But I'm also in galleries all along the eastern seaboard down from Cape Cod to Florida.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Warren Joseph. I am a ceramic artist and also an oil painter. I just recently won first place at Earthworks show in South County. I do underglaze paintings on my ceramics, so it allows me to combine my two main media, which is ceramics and painting. They are fired onto the pot, so they can't be washed off. I make a lot of artistic steins. I also make various teapots and other sort of bottle-shaped vessels like that. You can find me online on Warren Joseph Fine Art on Facebook and War Dog Art on Instagram with a period between the war and the dog. And I'll be here all weekend, both days here at Virtu from 10 to 4. Today 10 to 5, I guess. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maureen Kennedy Antonellis, and I'm an artist, and I offer these wonderful pet portraits. And this is one of my favorites, because if you notice the drapery, how wonderful that is. Everything's blowing over. And then another thing that is really wonderful is this lobster painting that has the paisley background, very subtle. And then another thing I really like is that way, this way. Right here is this fabulous lobster claw, and that is one of my favorites.
Okay, ready? Okay, hi, I'm Larry Davidson, and I'm a retired teacher, and I took up photography in my retirement. It's kind of hard to describe my art. I like color and texture. I like candids. One of the things I like, one of the pieces I'm enjoying right now is this one here. It has some reverse image. And so it kind of shows that I like editing a lot. That's it. I'm done.
Good morning. My name is Jim Fitzroy, and I have a photography business called Fairway Photos. And some of my favorite subjects, of course, are golf courses. And here we have Augusta National down in Georgia. This is the 12th hole at Augusta, one of the most famous holes in all of golf. I also enjoy many of the New England scenes. We have a number of our local lighthouses here. Point Judith, North Light out on Block Island. We have, again, Point Judith over there, Watch Hill Harbor. So I think we're blessed living in New England where we have such a variety of scenes that we can photograph. Thank you very much.
I'm Mary Denise. I'm a photographer here at the Virtu Art Show. This is my 3rd year here. My favorite piece, as you asked, is this one right here. And it's the statue in Wilcox Park.
Keep going. Is that it?
That's it. Okay, it's fun being here and seeing everybody come out. It's a nice day for everybody to come and visit and enjoy the show. And
hi, I'm Marilyn Hardy. We're Favorite Places. This is one of our favorite places, the Ocean House, of course. We've been coming to this show in Westerly for probably 20 years. And every year we have this beautiful space under the trees and lots of local scenes, Block Island, the Watch Hill Carousel, lots of other towns, and it's a pleasure to be here, so thanks.
My name's Adam Cariolo. I create silkscreen prints of historic architecture. I've been interested in architecture for a long time. I do this sort of on the side. I have a living as a video game artist, so that's what I do for my actual income. But this is fun. I've always wanted to do something having to do with architecture, and this is a representation of that.
Would you like to point out any particular piece?
Sure. A good one. Yeah, okay. This is a fairly recent piece from a couple of years ago. It's the Narragansett Towers. It used to be part of the original Narragansett Pier Casino, most of which burned down at different times during the early 20th century. It was designed by the firm of McKim, White, who were one of the most famous architects in American history. And they did a lot of work in the Northeast around the turn of the century. And their work can be seen everywhere from Newport to New York City to Boston to Western Massachusetts. And so I enjoy hearkening back to this time period and presenting these places in a way that sort of makes them fresh again so that people can enjoy them.
Okay, sorry, Ian Newberry. I'm a local artist. Live right here in Westerly. A lot of the work you see here is work of, this is Winkapog. There's also some work that is of the park. I did a show last year that was related to the anniversary of the park and library. I've been painting watercolors for about close to 30 years. Next year will be 30 years from the first time I did my first watercolor.
Do you want to show anything in particular?
Well, if you want to ask me a question or...
well, what's your favorite piece here, I guess, would be the...
I would have to say, like right now, this is kind of a big... it's taken a long time to be able to work this big with watercolor because you know, you tend to work on watercolor on a wet sheet of paper and you have that kind of limited time when the paper's drying. So this was a big kind of a coup for me. So this is the park, a view of the meadow. You're looking towards, this is Grove Avenue in the background. And this is, there's the hiker memorial you can kind of see in the distance. I kind of wanted to get that, achieve the effect of that limited kind of atmospheric perspective that happens when it's snowing. So I wanted to really kind of capture a snowy day.
Welcome to the Pottery Wheel. We're from North Kingstown, Rhode Island. I create high functional stoneware pottery with a twist. So here's my twist. All of my pots here are thrown with porcelain and they use crystalline glazes. Crystalline glazes are fired to 2,350 degrees as fast as possible, and then we crash cool the process. And in that cooling process, these crystals are formed in the glaze. And we capture a real crystal. How's that?
Yeah, if you want to keep on going, go.
Nope, I'm good.
You're good? All right.
Thank you.
I'm Bob Jones, and I'm a Westerly native. And I've been painting for almost my whole life. And these are cities, New York cityscapes.
Okay. Do you want to pick out a particular one?
I like the one in the middle, personally. This is 42nd Street and 3rd, and I just like the color. I think it's nice and bright, especially for the day in the park. So.
And do you have a company name or anything?
I think it's Bob Jones Art. I go back and forth with it, but yeah.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Tom Schwab and I'm do woodworking, and my booth here is products of all the things that I make and have made over the years. My favorite thing that I like to do is probably bowls because they're so challenging. This is a cherry bowl, and I started out by getting this bowl from a tree that people gave me, a cherry tree, and I cut the tree so that I could make the bowl in a rough form, which was about a 1-inch thick, and then I took the shavings and put that in a brown paper bag with the bowl for about 6 months, and then I took it out and did the final turning and polishing. So it's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of satisfaction. You can reach me at Tom Schwab, Woodworker. My number is 295-0492, and I also display my work at Fairweather House in Kingston on Route 138. Thank you.
My name is Kathy Catino. My business is the Willow Grove Naturals. What we do is we make organic natural skincare products that are good for pretty much anything you need them to be. We do this because we kind of have a passion for making the world a better, safer place from chemicals. And what else am I answering?
Where can people reach you?
Where can people reach me? We have a website, www.thewillowgrove.com. If you come by here, you can pick up a business card that has our phone number and email address on it so that we can be as accessible as you can manage to find us. So.
That's it.
Okay? All right.
My name is Tom Casada. I've supported myself through the sales of my artwork all my life, over 43 years I think, over 40 years anyway. And where I'm at now, it's a totally mixed media technique. It's mostly acrylic paint, but in everything there's some element of cut paper or beach grass or sheet music or something other than paint incorporated into the artwork. And in this case, this is one of my favorite pieces. It's koi, and I've used paper that was marbleized in Italy. And when I saw it over there, I saw this big sheet of paper, and I instantly knew it was going to make great lily pads, and it did. And then the fish paper, the koi fish paper, I made myself. And I like it because it's very muted. It's very muted. There's no definite lines, which I like. I wanted it to really seem like everything's underwater except the lily pads, but the fish and the water part, some metallic paint. I'm pretty happy with the mood. And I spent a lot of time in Rhode Island in my youth, a cottage in Charlestown, so I love coming back down here. But now I live in Northampton, Massachusetts, and work out of my walkout basement studio. And even though I'm semi-retired, I'm still doing 16 shows yearly. So getting in touch with me, it could be done through the show director, which is Virtu Art Festival. Or I have 4 more Rhode Island shows, including Mystic, coming up this summer season. And if you email me at THOM711 at yahoo.com, I can send you that schedule, that show schedule.
Okay.
Good enough?
That's good.
Hi, I'm Doris Seke, and my business is Live and Love Ethical and Ecological Jewelry. And different questions. The first one was...
why do you do this?
So I do this because it's what I love. I've been doing this since I was 8 or 9 years old, and it's definitely going to be a lifelong passion. I've been doing this for about 15 years now, and this is one of the first shows that I had ever done when I was really young. So it's really nice to be back here as my journey progresses through jewelry. So I always love Virtu. And I do this because of also the ethical sourcing of it. So for me, it's about the design, it's about the craftsmanship, as well as where the materials come from. So whether it's recycled, whether it's fair mined, and that's from Mining Co-op in Peru, or, which is one of my favorite things that I've been starting to do, is actually getting gems straight from the source. So I've taken a couple trips to Cambodia, and I have, certain stones like this one here, that is zircon, and that's from Ratinikiri in northern Cambodia. So it's been great to actually be able to do something I love that actually helps people and the earth, and that's a big thing that I care about.
Where can people find you?
And people can find me. My studio is in Westerly. I also online at liveandlove.com, L-I-V and L-O-V.com, and I have different stores around the area as well.
Okay, my name is Jeff Hayden. This is Hayden Creations, and this is one of our newest additions, and our favorite is the Pelican. And we also have a lobster and a lobster crate that are brand new to our... we can be reached at our Facebook page, Hayden Creations, at Facebook, and we've been doing this for about 5 years, and we enjoy doing it. It's a hobby more than a business, but it's a little both.
That's it.
Hi, I'm Kelly Jarvis of Blue Eye Designs, original handmade jewelry. Everything is handmade by me from scratch. These are my favorite stones. They're called labradorite. They're from Canada. They have a lot of magic in them. and I do this because I love working for myself and creating my own art and having it received, or to the public.
Where can people reach you?
People can reach me at Blue Eye Designs on Etsy.com.
That's it.
My name is Seth McCombs, and I make these illustrations. I grew up on the water, and I'm really interested in local folklore. So I like to do stuff like this one right here. It's one of my favorites, Kinnimaket Lighthouse. I was looking at it one day, and this sea serpent just kind of suggested itself to me. But I like to project the idea that this is a real part of local folklore. This one over here is from, this is the Ball Blanc that happened at Rosecliff Mansion in Newport in 1904. I think of this as sort of the mother of that original, of that sea serpent from Kinnimaket Light. I did this book, Old Salty Dog. It is the tall tale of a quahogger who encounters all the sea monsters of myth and legend in his quest for clams. And my wife and I made this book, Lily and Pete's Frightful Field Guide for Spooky Kids. We put a lot of spooky stories, local stuff. Mercy Brown is featured in that. What else do I like? This is one of my favorites. I think of this guy as sort of sitting on a park bench playing his memories of this life at sea. That's it.
All right.